let's talk about the ritual killing. It's becoming very scary to ignore. What are the causes of this ritualism? What? Some people say it's the internet show off. Some say it's the movies. Some say it is society. But let us be honest. It is very easy for you to blame people for your mistakes. Now let's break this down. A lot of people say it is show off. What is the meaning of show off? Show off is when you come publicly to display what you have achieved. That thing you call show off can also be called testimony. Before the history of Instagram, before the history of Facebook and all those social media networks, people have been showing off in churches. When you buy a car, you go to church and you thank God and you show it off to the church members. When you build a house, you call your community, you throw a party, you show it off to them. Everybody always had where they showed off their achievements before the social media. The social media is a community where a lot of things happen. There are people who are excited to show off their achievements. Some of them are not showing it off to brag. Some of them are showing it off to inspire you. The question is, how are you viewing it? Most of you are viewing people's achievements with jealousy. I used to say something. The internet will inspire you or intimidate you. It's depending on who you are and your mindset. You cannot stop people from being excited about the things that they have achieved just because you are intimidated. Now, the question is, if they don't give you, how will you take it? If they don't show you, how will you know that it is possible to attain that height? A lot of people have inspired us with the things that they have shown us. A lot of people have inspired us because we have seen their achievements. It is how we want to view life. And there are some of you that are still intimidated by the things that we got inspired by. I'm an example of a public figure. I'm one woman who have made mistakes. I'm one woman who have been down, and I'm one woman who has been up. I'm one woman who has come into the social media before and I got intimidated. My getting intimidated made me to want to do things that I don't want to do. Yes, I was just intimidated. I was not inspired. I was intimidated. I'll be like, when I come on the internet, how can this person have this thing? I want to have it by fire, by force. I wasn't ready to work, but I wanted what they had. A lot of people that have achieved this thing today went through a process. Some of them started their lives before Instagram. Some of them have been struggling before Facebook. Some of them have been struggling before TikTok. Yes. So that was one thing I needed to understand. I made a lot of mistakes. If you guys remember the viral video that went, they said I lived a fake life. Why did I go and take picture with somebody's house? Validation. I was running faster than my shadow, even while I was building a house. Then when I made all the mistakes, I had to sit down and ask myself, it is what you want to take out from the internet that you're going to take out. I sat down. I began to watch a lot of people that I admire and realized that they did not start today. It took them years to begin to build. I went and started reading about their stories. I said, wow. Really? When I took my time and began to do my research on the people that I admired on the internet, I realized that these people have been in this game for 10, 15, 7, 20 something years before they could attain this height. A lot of you don't know people. You just come online and you see them. A lot of things that they show you, they did not attain it in a day. But there is something I realized. A lot of young people don't like process. They like results. That's why a couple of people do not come to share their processes with you. You like results. You like magic. When people want to share their process with you, the first thing you are screaming is motivational speaker rest. A lot of you already have that mindset that is a man. Is until you sleep with a man, that's when you can own a house or buy a car or achieve anything in your life. It's your mindset. So there is nothing that we come and tell. Even if we tell you how we strive, you will still say it's a lie. A lot of you have this mindset that it is Yahoo. It is not possible for you to walk. It's not possible for you to have a breakthrough. There must be something bad that you must do. It is your mindset. Oftentimes, society will always be there. Like I used to say, there is always devil and there is God. And you have the power of choices. They've always been devil. God cannot throw away the devil just because the devil is tempting you. God gave you his 10 commandments to be able to read and understand good from bad and make your choices. We can't keep blaming society. We can't keep blaming people for our mistakes. We have to take responsibility of our choices. When you go on the internet right now, go and see people that are teaching something educative and something intellectual. You will not go there. You will not spend your data there. Go and see pastors that are preaching. They are willing to guide you. Most of us are in the internet. We are giving you free motivation every day. You are not willing. You don't want to hear. You are on blogs, different blogs. You are more interested in gossip. You are more interested in unproductive things. Even when people want to come and teach you and tell you process, even when people want to come and teach you the legit thing, you are more interested in the illegal ones. It is not what they give you. It is what you choose to collect. A lot of you choose what you want to watch. You choose where you want to go to. It's your choice. There is good and there is bad. So it is your choices and the way your background, where you are coming from, where you have been molded. A lot of us saw ritualism, a lot of us saw cultism, a lot of us saw prostitution. We did not choose it. These things were in existence even before you were born and before I was born. All these things that are coming to light right now, they were all in existence. The difference is that the social media is just helping us to see it. It's easier for us to see it right now because we are with our phones. All these things have been in existence. My point is, let's stop pushing the blame and let us rechannel our mindset to understanding and mindset. Some of us, our minds are polluted. It has nothing to do with the society or the movies that you're watching or what you're seeing on the internet. Two things: the internet will either inspire you or intimidate you. But there is something I want to teach you. Everybody you see today is not magic. They had a process. But the problem is many of you don't like to follow people's process. You enjoy their results. I remember when I started building my house 7 years ago. Anybody that is following me on Instagram, that is my core Adams follower. Even when I bought my land 7 years ago, I posted it. It took me 7 years to own a house. Yes, 7 years. Even during the processes of the building, there sometimes I post it. Do you know what they used to tell me when I post the process? Blessing, rest, I beg. You're not supposed to post the process of your house. It's when you finish the house, you're supposed to post it. Do you know the reason why I was posting the process? I needed the young people to understand that it's going to be meaningless before it begins to make meaning. I wanted people to see cement, sand. I wanted people to see that from the beginning, when you are doing a foundation, it doesn't always make sense. But they were not interested. They were only interested when the house came out. Boom. One blogger came somewhere and came and said it was a man that bought it for me. Now, I am telling you that it took me 7 years to build a house. You don't want to believe it. You prefer to believe a blogger that said a man bought me a house. Who is fooling who? You are the one messing up with your head. You don't want to believe process because you think everything is magic. That's why you don't even want to think about it. 7 years is not possible. Now man. So it's not us. It is you. It is what you choose to believe. It is what you choose to accept. Somebody will come and tell you that I have been here for 25 years. You say it's a lie. A lot of people have been in the industry. Linda Ikeji is one of my role models. Moabud is one of my role models. I read about these people and I saw that they did not start today. They are not my mates. It took them time to become those people that they are. Mo is in her 50s. Go and check when Mo started her career. With Moments with Mo. I have been 8 years as a relationship therapist. Most people don't see that part. I've done 8 years in this journey. Many people don't see that part. They just see Blessing CEO talking on Instagram. And you want to be Blessing CEO. Hey, it's a lie. Blessing CEO did not do this one. Blessing CEO did not. The reason why oftentimes I even come to counter bloggers is because of the young people. I don't want your mind to get polluted. Nothing stops me from ignoring these bloggers from carrying nonsense news. But sometimes you see me explaining myself and countering them is because I don't want them to pollute your mind. A lot of us you see here, we started somewhere. I said it in one of my posts. I started my life from 15 years. 15 years of my life, I've started dating. 18 years, I was married. 21, I was divorced. I've walked. My story is not your story. I started walking from when I was 21. I bought my first car when I was 23. Yes, 3 years old, that was when I bought my first car. A lot of you will be wondering, how come? I walked. When my mates were schooling, I was working. My life journey made me grow up very, very fast. I walked. I did business. I worked in Transcorp Hotel. I've told you guys this story over and over again, whether you want to believe it or not. I did business. I went to Aba, I bought clothes. So you cannot be comparing your journey with my journey. Even if you are my mate, you might be my age mate, but you're not my grace mate. What I have the capability, the zest, and the power to do, many of you cannot do it. The kind of risk I can take in businesses, you might not be able to take it. Stop comparing your life journey with people that you don't know. We are strangers. Even if you are following me, you don't know me. You only know my controlled content. I have told you guys this thing over and over and over and over again. Nobody is intimidating you. Nobody is making you feel you are the one viewing with jealousy. I said it before. The day I see Mike Zubako, the owner of Facebook and Instagram, I'm going to give him a hug. Because it was Facebook and Instagram, it was the social media that inspired me to become this person. There were lots of things I never believed was possible. There were some dreams I was so afraid to dream because I never knew it was possible. I started dreaming those dreams when I came on social media and saw women and saw men who could attain that height. It changed my mindset. When people show me what they have, it gives me a visual that is possible. Because if people don't show you that they have achieved this thing, how will you know? If you don't see people driving a car, how will you know that buying a car is possible? So let it inspire you. Let it stop intimidating you. Any decision you want to take is your mindset. The devil and Jesus Christ will always be here. Let us make right choices. Let me tell you why I don't do anything illegal. I'm going to quickly share it with you. I weighed my both option as a young girl when it comes to doing legal and illegal. And I realized that the time I'm going to spend doing illegal is the same time I'm going to spend doing legal. Yes, any decision you want to take in this life, good or bad, you must walk. If you want to be an armed robber, if you want to be a ritual, if you want to be a prostitute, any decision you must walk. A lot of people used to think that when you take the shortcuts, that it is easier. It's a lie. It is the same thing. It's even worse. If you want to be an armed robber, you're going to crack your head. And the reason why we do not choose things that are illegal is because it is the same work, but worse consequences. What makes many of us not to do bad things is consequences. It's not because you're smarter than us. So when you weigh the both option of prostitution and weigh the both option of entrepreneur, you see that it's the same stress. You have to go out in the night to go and do a shower. You have to talk to man. You have to convince man. You have to take risk and meet strangers. Put that same risk in your business. It's the same thing. That's why I don't get all the same. So you are the one that is going to choose what you want to do. Let's stop blaming people for the choices that we make. Because for every time you make a choice, there is always good and there is always bad. For every time you make a choice, there is that person that is not showing off and there is that person that is showing off. Why do you choose to follow the ones that show off? There are people who do not intimidate you. There are people that when you go to their pages, all they preach is the gospel. All they do is inspire you. Why do you prefer to go to those ones that intimidate you? It simply means you know what you're doing. So long as you have the power to choose, it simply means you know what you're doing. A small baby can take anything. A small baby can take sand and put in their mouth. It's because they don't know. But you as an adult, you cannot take sand. You're going to choose between sand and fried rice. It simply means you know what you're doing. So long as you're an adult, you have the power to choice. The question is, what do you want to choose? So let's stop blaming society over our mistakes and make the right choices. Most of you just want fast money, but there is nothing that is fast. Whatever you want to do, legit or illegal, you will walk. You will use your brain. But the problem is a lot of you enjoy using your brain to do negative things. So that is where we are here to talk to you. Whether you want to believe or you don't want to believe, whether it's a lie or it's not a lie, we will keep preaching the gospel, right? I used to say, success is success. Anytime you attain it, you will be celebrated. That is what I learned from my mistakes. No matter how you want to show off now, if you rush and go and do ritual and buy Benz now, right? We will only celebrate you for maybe 2-3 days. We'll forget you and wait for the next person. That person that buy his own Benz in the next 10 years will still celebrate the person. Success is success. No need to be rushing. You don't need to be competing with somebody you don't know where they are coming from. You don't know their journey. Right? If you buy your own house, the bloggers will celebrate you. Anytime you buy it, they will celebrate you. Anytime you buy it, your family members will say, anytime you make this money, you will be celebrated. So let's stop pushing this blame to how people are living their lives. You can't stop people from living their lives. You can't stop people from living their lives. You can't stop people from being excited about what they have achieved. Somebody like me, I'm excited. Sometimes I post my achievements. I don't post it to show off. You are the one saying it like a show off. Sometimes I cannot believe that I attained that height. There are some things that I have achieved today in my life that I did not believe. It's still like a dream. Sometimes we share it out of excitement, but you view with jealousy. You view with pain. No, we are not sharing it to intimidate you or to make you feel bad. Some of us came from somewhere we never believed. That thing is supposed to inspire you and tell you that if Blessing from where she's coming from can achieve this, you can. But no, you don't want to believe anything positive, but you believe everything negative. You don't want to believe any good news, but you believe all the bad news. So with this viewpoint of mine, please, let us channel our mind into positivity. And remember, like I said, success is success. Anytime you attain it, you will always be celebrated.